know, I know. Can you hear that? It's there's a birds that chirp that, and then you got squirrels out here. So I'm working at a garage. I have the benefit of a super busy business. I know we're off subject. I'm just being grateful, right? I'm showing great gratefulness to where I'm at and how things are, and thankful that y'all are watching this. But I'm in an area where it's like kind of in the country. I don't have 1,000 million gazillion cars going flying up and down the road. I can actually see animals, and you can hear nature. So it's a beautiful thing. It's like people pay money on apps so they can hear that. Anyway, so we're working on this Jeep, and we're checking for possibility of why it's running hot. And so I've let it sit overnight. It after I warmed it up, and there was a lot of pressure on the system. Really quickly, it got pressure on the system. Like, I can understand if it ran for an hour or so or 30 minutes on a real hot day, then you next thing you know, the hose is tight. That's normal. But immediately starting it up and you see it bubbling the water and building up pressure, that's a bad sign. And what I've done is I've got the spark plugs all removed, and took my light and looked down at the cylinders, and I could see, looks like droplets of water on top of the piston. I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to try to get you to, I'm going to give you a visual if I can. Get ready, visual. Here we go. I'll try to get this. Let's see if I can. It's kind of hard. Yeah, no, it's going to reflect a lot. It's, if I could turn back time. I'm not singing Cher. So what I'm going to do is I've got the spark plugs removed. I'm going to strut them back in, and then I'm going to turn the motor over immediately and shut it right back off. I don't want it to start, so I'm just going to leave the coils unplugged. I know there's fuel injectors there, so I'm going to just a little bit down. I'm going to dab the spark plugs on my hand to see if I see any water come out off the end of the plugs, which would be a sign. It's water in the cylinders, blown head gasket, which I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case. But this way I'll have a visual, a vlog, and something I can show the customer. Okay, here we go. Just going to thread it back in to where they, so it can. What will happen is water typically will splash up. And I may have to thread that one in with the wrench because it didn't go very far. I just want to look in there first to see what on top. You can see the top of the piston is the way that the spark plug goes right into the center of the cylinder. I have a spark plug socket that does not have the rubber thing. That way it makes the makes it easy to get this up out of there. This one here looks pretty dry. This third one back, I think it's these two right here, these front two, 1 and 2. Okay. So in real time, I'm just going to bump the motor. Check this out. Let's see. Which is several rounds is, I guess, more than a bump, but whatever. You see that? That's what we're looking for there. All right. Let's see if anything comes off the end of this spark plug. There was less water there than I thought. I thought I would see a puddle sitting on top of the piston. But I didn't. I seen drops. Oh yeah. See if I can get this in camera shot here. Kind of hard to tell, but there was drops on top of that piston, on top of the spark plug. Of course the camera's not going to focus this close, but if you could see the electrode, you could see water glistening on the electrode. What's happening on this one? This one looked like it was worse than the other one. Not a lot of water, but let's see what this one looks like. Hard to see, but I can see it. That glistening on the plug, that's hard to see, but that's water sitting on it. Let's see if I can see anything on the other ones here. I could see the water on top of the piston. I could see it on there. So I wish that there would be more on the plug. So I could, usually I hit it with my hand and it'd be a puddle, but this one here was really dry. Need my rubber. My rubber was on the other plug. Let's see. Oh, wow. The one that was dry's got water sitting on it. Huh. Well, they didn't see that. Yeah. Just not a whole lot. It's not splashing up on the piston like on the spark plug as much. Let's just see what happens here. That one there looked pretty dry. Didn't see anything on it. Well, yeah, there's water sitting on top of it though. You sure can see it. Well, that just won't happen. Let me see. Does this work? Let me try something else. Be right back. Okay, what you're about to see is water that goes into the cylinder. I'm going to turn the motor over. It's going to be messy. Maybe you've seen that in the picture, but you can see all the water that shot out of there. All right, so we did I seen water in the cylinders thing, but I was like, man, I really want something for the customer to see because they're going to watch this video, and I really want something for you guys to see. So what I did is I recreated simulated the same thing, run it to operating temperature, and then I let it sit for more than just overnight. And man, wow! I took the spark plugs out this time too. Once it was warmed up, and let it sit and set for a few days. So there we have it, folks. Folicuses got a blown head gasket. Thank you guys for watching the video. This is you can use a pressurizer to do this, to like where you check for water leaks, and but this thing would build so much pressure up, it would just do it to itself. So yeah, if you that's one way to check for a blown head gasket, and you can see that. Thank you guys. Peace out. Lots of love. We'll fix it, team.